So Simon, we're at a Speech Golf Club, very slopey, very undulating here, something I struggle with in my game. Coming up in this video, Simon Holmes, a world-class golf coach, will help you tackle all different types of slopes, from strategy to technique. This is guaranteed to lower your scores.
It is interesting. If you just have a look at the amount of slope here, we're on a pretty big slope. And you know, most of the work we do on a driving range is on a totally flat, absolutely sort of forensically cleansed area, isn't it? Everything's controlled, perfect lie, flat. When you come out to the golf course, you have to be able to calibrate. So one of the things you're going to do, you can't fight the slope. So you've got to always try to play with the slope. One of the problems is on a downslope, what you lose is you lose launch, right? You might gain a bit of distance, but you lose launch, okay? And so what tends to happen is people then try to get more launch, like to neutralize it out, fall back a little bit, and then you can duff it, okay? So you need to play sort of like maximum 3/4 length shot, okay? 3/4 is absolutely the most. So if you've got a 7-iron shot that you're going to play, you might want to go to a 6-iron, something like that, play up a little bit so it's an easy swing, 3/4, because balance is tough. So set yourself to where that sternum is definitely just a little bit ahead of the ball. So just sort of a ball ahead of the ball, right? And don't be afraid, Leo, to walk down the slope. What we don't want to do is fall back and drop kick it. So you want to be able to get your weight to go down the slope all the way through. Let's see what you got. Yeah, super. So, I mean, you can see that comes out like a bullet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right? And you can't fight that. So you have to learn how to play that and how to adapt to it. So it's going to come out lower, you're going to lose launch, and it's going to come out hotter,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
3/4, and then adjust yourself to get that downslope position, and then don't be afraid to follow the slope down.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nice
It makes
shot.
sense with that downside. I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to fight against it.
The mistake is you try to get launch because you're used to hitting your 7-iron at a certain height,
Yeah.
right? You're not going to get that,
Yeah.
right? So fighting it is futile. You have to go with the slope, and that's true across all of the sort of different slopes you find out on the golf course.
Perfect. Should we try an upslope?
Let's do it.
Another slope, uphill this time.
Yeah, I think that the difficulty with uphill, right? Obviously, what's your gain? You gain launch, right? But you lose yardage. Okay, so we've got 120 into the wind up the hill here, and it's a pretty big old slope. Just so you can see that at home. The danger or the difficulty is, you know, the upslope pushes you back, right? So you get pushed back. It's hard to keep that weight shift going. You've really got to put a lot of pressure up that slope to keep the right sequence. So what tends to happen is this stops, this goes, and that gets you into trouble, big pull shots. So what we're going to try to do is counter that. So let's suppose a normal 120 shot for you is what?
A pitching wedge.
So let's go for like an easy 8-iron, right? So easy 8-iron, so that again you're trying to keep yourself stable to the slope and make sure that you can easily drive the ball to make sure you can get that yardage. Okay.
Yep.
So I would say it's a stable shot, and if anything, just lean slightly into that front leg and make sure you stay there. So you don't want to have weight shift go downhill and then push you back.
Yeah.
Right.
So you want to stay firm on that.
Firm on that front side again.
Yeah.
So have a few practice swings just to get used to it. So that left foot's really stable, keep it there. That's it. So that left, yeah, that much more like that. So that left leg's crucial. You've got to sort of anchor yourself in there. That's it. And just punch it up the hill. Yeah, super. So, you know, what we're expecting there is that to be sort of, let's say, a 125 to 130 shot, right? Easily controlled. So it's just a swing from here to here, but it's stability that you need, all right? So when you're coming out onto the very slopey golf courses like this one, you need to be able to calibrate that into your game. That's one of the sort of the challenges. You know, we're so used to spending all the time perfectly flat driving ranges, nothing like that when you come out on the golf course. Good shot.
Fantastic. Okay, should we try a different type of slope?
How about a little ball above your feet?
Let's give it a go. The ball is now above my feet.
It is, Leo.
Violently.
Yeah. No, the difficulty with these shots, obviously, there is just a massive sort of embedded big tendency to go right to left on these shots. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is, and especially on this hole here with trouble up the left, is to sort of probably play with the slope in this situation. So the more the club goes up into the air, the more the face closes, and the more obviously the opposite on a downhill lie. So what you're going to try to do is to factor in that this is going to be, let's say for you, a sweeping draw. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's suppose we're going to bring this down on the left side of the fairway, sort of where that pylon is. So you're going to play at least 20 yards of draw.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to factor in there's 20 yards of draw.
Yep.
So what you're trying to do is offset the closed face and the ball above your feet, shallowing it out, right, with your aim.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're coming from behind, let's suppose you can see where the flag is there. See the trees to the right of the flag?
Yep.
We're going to start the ball there.
Okay.
And then you're going to let the ball naturally draw. So you're going to be centered and just let the club head swing around you.
Right, okay.
There.
Yep.
And again. So balance it, and again. So yeah, don't let the weight go back onto your heels. Don't let the slope push you back.
So if I put the weight onto my toes?
A little bit more onto the balls of your feet. So kind of lean into the slope, and then that's going to be your anchor. There. And again, one more. Just like that. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so you can see, okay, and you're not trying to do too much from here. You're not trying to hit into like super narrow areas. So you have to be, you know, you have to think about it in your strategy. Okay, this is not the ideal shot, right?
Yeah.
But you can see automatically, you can't prevent that draw, right?
Yeah.
So play with it. And then, you know, factor that in. Play a shot that's easy to hit. That was a 7-iron. You've hit that 155, 160 yards into play, and you've got to keep moving.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep. Is there one more slope?
The opposite, ball below your feet.
Let's give it a
Very
go.
tricky.
Okay, so now the ball is below my feet.
A lot, yeah. I think these are the toughest shots, right? So in terms of the strategy, you're not trying to do too much. It's almost just a case of sort of get yourself down there somewhere and not in more trouble. These are difficult lies. So the problem with it is, so obviously the more the ball below your feet, the more the face aims right, and the more difficult it is to sort of keep the heel of the club out of the grass, right? So come in a little closer than normal. Yeah. And what you're trying to do, so have a few practice swings there, Leo. Yeah, so there you're kind of really trying to be stable. This is like a 3/4 shot. And again, you're going to have to accept you're going to have a bit of left to right spin on this, okay? So you'll have to calculate that in your aim. Yeah, more stable. We're going to go really centered body. Right, hold there. So you're going to try to keep your chest over the ball longer, okay?
Yep.
So the mistake is, you know, sort of try to lift it out and you spin it out this way, and then that's going to get you into trouble. So you're trying to keep that angle of your chest kind of going down the slope. Okay, there. And again. That's the one. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
So it's really a case of keeping that tilt of your spine over the ball. So if you try to sort of like lean back in the slope, which is your instinct, then you're going to thin it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on keeping that angled.
Yeah. So quads nice and engaged.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, just a 7-iron. You're trying to hit it like if you hit it 140 into play, it's a good shot.
Yeah.
This hard to hit the ball here. Ah, that was super. Hold the finish. So see how you're more over than normal?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a sort of a great goal to have at the finish of your shot. So you want to try to balance off your finish.
Yeah.
If you have the concept of balancing off your finish and holding that finish, that's probably the tempo at which you want to do the swing. So if your tempo is so fast you can't balance it, you've probably gone too hard.
Okay, great. Yeah, perfect.
That's
Keeping
a really
that
good
angle.
shot.
Yeah, we'll take that one, absolutely. Yeah, it's me trying to focus on that because, yeah, like you said, instinctively,
Yeah,
I
you
want to come
lean back
up.
into the slope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Looking forward to taking it out onto the course.
It's coming well. It's getting good. Getting more weapons out there, more tools to play with.
Exactly. Drive was a weapon, and now slopes, no problem. So thank you.
Okay, Leo.
Of course, subscribe to the Your Golf Travel YouTube channel. Give this video a like, and you will see Simon again on this channel, giving you the best golf tips.